and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittney Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, where I empower women to break free from the fear that stops them from shining their light. And today I'm excited to join you because tomorrow we have a full moon in Capricorn, and it's a time of release, and Mercury has gone direct. So we can say goodbye to the retrograde, even though all the BS is still happening in the shadow period for the next week and a half. But today was challenging for me, hence why I'm here late today on Woo Woo Wednesday, but I decided nothing's gonna hold me back from showing up and shining my light and sharing this wisdom. So if you're tuning in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Is this your first time? Thank God. I love it. I know it's been an intense June, and things are changing, shifting, all the eclipses. We have our final super moon, so all the power and all the energy that's helping us to purge collectively at this time. And what we're purging is fear. It's fear and doubt and crappy limiting beliefs that are holding us back from having miracles happen with effortless flow and ease in our life. And so this full moon really is, in Capricorn, about setting long-term goals, creating a new structure and foundation for yourself. So now you're probably reassessing. That retrograde period had you reassess, like, where are we going? What are we doing? What makes sense in my life right now? So if you haven't listened to this week's podcast, we actually did a 6-month goal review. So if you're like, I don't really know how to review my goals, like, what's a goal? Like, how do you stick to that? I usually self-sabotage before I actually, have the motivation to do it. So if that's you, then this is the perfect podcast for you to check out how to go through a 6-month goal review and figure out what's working, what isn't working, and what to do about it, and how to get that momentum and that motivation going again. Because sometimes, like, we get a little stagnant, or sometimes we just want to go have fun and we put our goals to the side, and in doing that we actually get more inspired creative ideas. So instead of working yesterday, Chris and I went to the woods and we took a walk in nature, and so, like, the weather we actually had decent weather for Texas, y'all, so we had to soak it up. Where's the new ink? Okay, I'll show you before we dive in. So I honestly did not think that I would ever get tattooed again. I just kind of felt like, oh, well, that chapter in that journey is done, even though I had this blank space, and it was always weird that I had a blank space. But it's time, with the passing of my dad and all the changes that I'm going through in my current life, it just felt like I'm at another massive chapter change in my personal life and business as well. Just like you guys are going through chapter changes, I too am experiencing all kinds of stuff. So, abandonment issues came up for Father's Day, like all kinds of stuff came up, right? And so I wanted to honor that and put that into a piece that represented where I'm at in this journey and what I've learned so far. So I'd always knew I wanted a feather here, and we ended up with a feather, my favorite peony flower. And then what was so awesome about Dylan, who did the tattoo, is he is with my cousin, so he knows a lot about our family and my grandmother's passing, and ladybugs always represent my grandmother. And so it's so cool that he did a ladybug and a bumblebee to represent her. Okay, thank you for asking. So gorgeous. Yeah, so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna dive in. First and foremost, since we have a full moon tomorrow, I won't be joining you for a release ritual or a goddess gathering. I have my own coven plans with my goddess girlfriends, and we're going to dinner. So I thought today we'll just do a little release, letting it go, and really tuning into, what feels heavy. Let's set the intention to completely let it go. All right, Moon Goddess Body and Room Spray. This is from Spellbinding, if you want to find them on Instagram. So it's crystal infused. We've got jasmine, sage, and lavender. I'm just gonna clear the air, cleanse it, get rid of all the heaviness. So if you are tuning in, take a moment to breathe in deep, let your breath be your guide, and push away any negative energy or stress or tension that is weighing on you right now. So as you clear the space, I'm gonna clear the cards, we're gonna open them up, and we're gonna ask to see 3 cards to show us what do we need to clear away on this full moon in Capricorn, so that we can stay grounded and that we can stay committed to our goals. Consistency is the key in anything that you're creating in your life. So I'm gonna shuffle with the intention that we receive the full moon in Capricorn message that we need most at this time. And am so excited to be, well, there's all three. Cool. I love when that happens. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I also have a really exciting announcement that I'm going to make real quick before I dive into these cards. So you all know I'm about like community, collaboration, giving, and giving and collaboration. I think that about sums it up. So what I've done is I've collaborated and connected with a bunch of other amazing influencers, coaches, and teachers who have brought to you another bundle deal. This was so epic. I did January 1st, I signed up to be a part of the bundle deal, and we released Shine School as a part of that bundle. And we had thousands of new Shine Schoolers sign up, and it was the most insane, epic thing. So we set this mission out on January 1st, like reassessing our goals. My goal is like, how many more women can we get to love themselves, to own their authenticity, and how can we make it easy for them? I mean, Shine School alone was a $500 course, and you could get it for $70. So we're doing that again, but this time we're including Oracle 101. It's my brand new program that teaches you how to use Oracle cards to cultivate those self-care rituals in your life so that you can stay consistent, you can build a deeper connection to your soul, you can connect with your intuition and learn how to trust yourself even better. So this program is going to be included with 40 other programs in the Healthy Living Bundle, and it's all for $70. That's insane because Oracle 101 is more than $70. So I wanted to do that again. It was so successful. It was so empowering. There was literally over 20,000 people who bought the bundle. And so I thought, you know what? I want to be a part of that again. I want to give, and I want to help just to get that wisdom in people's noggins so that they will start to put themselves first, because you're trying to hustle and you're trying to make all the monies and do all the things, but if you don't love you, none of that's going to matter. You're still going to be stressed out and overwhelmed. And don't we just want to be happy? Don't we want to be, they say health is the first wealth. So I just wanted to give you guys the heads up. If you haven't seen my email or the posts that I've been sharing about the Healthy Living Bundle, this is the opportunity to take advantage and invest in yourself and invest in your health. And really have a collection of wisdom from a group of so many different wise souls and teachers. And there's stuff on womb health, there's how to deal with like co-parenting, there's gluten-free and vegan recipes. Like, we cover the gamut. There's gua sha for beauty and health. I mean, there's not a topic under healthy living that we don't cover, whether it's physical, energetic, emotional, chakra balancing, even using crystals for magnetizing abundance into your life. So this is such a cool bundle. I wanted to just give it a little extra love and shout out in case you haven't seen the Healthy Living Bundle. If you want to sign up under my link, go to brittneycarmichael.com/healthy bundle, and that's going to get you signed up for 40 courses for only $70. And this is the most common question. Do we have lifetime access? Can we go at our own pace? Because we all know we are freaking busy. And the answer is simple. Yes, you have lifetime access to all the courses once you register within the first year of signing up. So you have a whole year to register, and then you have lifetime access to all 40 courses. So sharing that with you, brittneycarmichael.com/healthy bundle. All right, who's ready for this week's message? 3 cards came up together, so we're rolling with it. The first card that came up for today is change one thing today, start small. Well, here it is. It's an opportunity for change. This is a reminder and a call for you to not overwhelm yourself, to not feel so stressed out by making these massive changes in your life, and to give yourself permission to take baby steps. This is about making one slight small adjustment in one area of your life and noticing how it ripple effects across all other categories and areas. So I've shared this many times before, but if you haven't heard, that one ripple effect, that one small change that I made that was the best investment in my health was I eliminated diet sodas. That was the one small change. I thought, you know what? I'm so addicted to these. If I don't take care of my health, if I don't stop this habit or this pattern, if I don't stop relying on liquid beverages to bring me energy and fuel, then this is going to be a bad cycle. So for me, I knew that was a change I had to make, and I eliminated diet soda. That was the first step. And then slowly over time, it was processed food, then it was animals, and then it was, sugar, and it was like slowly but surely I started feeling better and better, and the more energy I had, like why would I want to get rid of that? And so if you make one small change, I can promise you that if you stay consistent and you know, hold yourself to living in alignment with the choices that you make, you'll find that other areas of your life start seemingly up leveling as well. So what's the one small change you're going to make today? Next card, embrace your inner divine goddess. I love this card so much. I love it so much that it's actually the cover of the deck. This was a no-brainer when we were trying to decide what are we going to do on the deck, like, or what's going to be the cover. So when embrace your divine goddess artwork and imagery came up, I'm like, boom, that's what represents exactly what I'm trying to awaken within each one of you. And that is your inner goddess. We've all been taught by culture to hustle and to force and to like dominate, but that's not what a feminine divine energy is all about. And we need to find a better balance of both. I'm not saying masculine energy is bad, but too much of anything is a bad thing, right? So it's all about moderation and balance. And if we're going to balance and reactivate the divine feminine that's been so oppressed for so long, then we're going to have to start doing it in our own self and within our own energies. You know, we have yin and yang. We have that masculine, feminine energy. And for so long, I operated out of the masculine, out of force and fear and toughness. And if you don't like it, I'll barrel you down. And that just, I mean, it can work, but it's just not effective in creating harmony within the whole. And so this embrace your inner divine goddess is a reminder that you are absolutely powerful. You are magnetic and you are worthy of receiving help. You don't have to force and push. All you have to do is decide what you want. When a woman decides, it is done. She has written it in stone and it is happening. But it's not until you have that firm belief and that definite decision that that magic starts to move and attract to you. So this is saying if you want to activate your inner divine goddess, it's time to get up and dance, to be sensual, to activate all of your senses, to eat good food, to use color, to delicious smells. You know, that's another way to activate the senses. Getting sensual and intimate with your body, taking nice hot baths to just slow down, to relax and receive. You know, receiving pleasure is another great way to activate the divine feminine. So I don't know how you want to do that tonight, but change one thing, start small today could start with you receiving pleasures to activate your divine feminine. All right, last card for the week. Oh man, powerful stuff this week. Remove the limiting labels you're wearing. So full moon tomorrow, time for release. Removing the limiting labels is really, really the biggest challenge that we're all here. We are only as confident and strong as the stories that we tell ourselves. And so this is a reminder that those negative stories that you tell yourself when you say, I can't do that, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not whatever enough, that shapes the way that you feel about yourself, which ultimately contributes to your confidence. And that leads to a lack of action and going after your dreams because you don't have the worth or belief to fuel it through the fear that's going to come up no matter what. Fear is coming up for everyone with a goal, everyone with a big vision or a dream or a desire. It's coming up, but it's what you do with it and how you respond that makes all the difference. I totally resonate with all three. Hey, Jill, it's so good to see you. So remove the limiting labels that you're wearing. I want you to take a moment. This is one of the exercises we do at the Goddess Retreat, is we identify the 3 most negative labels that we have about ourselves. And I want you to do that right now. I want you to, hey, we're here, we're doing it, let's make some magic happen. Take a moment to reflect and think about what are the 3 negative labels that you hold about yourself, whether it's a negative story that someone told you, an ex-boyfriend, a crappy parent, or it's a label that you've given yourself. I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough, whatever. I want you to take a moment to think about what are those 3 negative labels that you hold about yourself. And I want you to think about what would that feel like if you walked into a room and you were like, hi, I'm fat, I'm a bitch, I'm a whore. Doesn't feel very good, and you probably don't do that with your words, but what you don't realize is that you're doing it unconsciously with your energies and your belief. So it's important for you to identify what are those negative ways I feel about myself, because whether I let people know my deepest, darkest fears, you're communicating that from a way, from body language, from thought patterns, from the way that you respond to the way that you people please. This is so important for you to identify where are those negative labels so that you can rip them off and say, you know what, I am not a bitch. I am not lazy. lazy. I am not fat. I am whatever your negative label is. You know, I love this card so much. It was one of my favorite ones to collaborate and create, because all I could think of is like, it has to be a mask. Like somebody's pulling a mask off with like all the negative labels that we say. So in the retreat, I have the girls stick the labels on their chest and say, hey, I am this, I am that. And it brings the women to tears. They're like, I don't like this. This hurts. I'm so mean to myself. This doesn't feel good. And then what we do is we rip it off. So this is what the full moon release. Let's rip off all those negative labels, and then let's choose a positive, empowering word to replace it. So I want you to share in the comments below right now, what's the positive word that you're going to replace those negative labels with? Is it empowering? Is it bold? Is it confident? Is it loving, creative, smart? Tell me kind. What is your word? Share that in the comments below, because I want to know your positive, empowering label. Because again, we are only as strong as the story we tell ourselves. So if you are lacking in confidence and fear is stopping you from shining your light, then tune into the stories that you tell yourself and make that small change. Love you. I'm in tears again. Oh my gosh, you were there at the retreat. You know how powerful this stuff is, and it's so important for us to reassess what are those labels that we're holding. So I can't thank you guys enough for showing up and shining your light, for having the courage to do this deep, dark, inner healing work. But just to recap, if you're just tuning in, here we go. Change one thing. Start small today. I want to know, what are you going to change? What are we letting go of? What are we releasing? What are we starting new? What's the new healthy habit we're going to dive into? Embrace your inner divine goddess. This is about activating your sensuality, your flow, your feminine. You know what? Actually, one of my first blogs was just put the damn lipstick on. And because I was so uncomfortable with wearing bright lipstick, I'm like, only the models can wear that. I can't wear that, but I love color. And so I was holding myself back with the story that only models can wear that bright colored lipstick. So when I see Embrace Your Inner Divine Goddess, it makes me giggle, because I just got this new lipstick in today. So I walked into the room and Chris was like, ooh, poppin'. I'm like, I'll take it. I am enough. I am strong. I am beautiful. Even with my mama scars, I am loved. I am safe. I am protected. I am worthy of abundance. Oh, yes, girl, claim it. That feels so good, and so much better than saying, I'm not good enough. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I have stretch marks. Like, you birthed a baby. You birthed babies. You birthed children into the world. Like, that's such a gift. And those are like battle wounds of badassery. So own every scar, own every dimple, pimple, weird, whatever, and just love who you are today and right now. If there's things that you want to make changes on that you can change, give yourself permission to not stay stuck, to not be the old version of yourself. And just like everything in nature, it renews, and you're allowed to do the same. So I hope that this inspired you to renew, to release, to let go of anything that is holding you back from being that authentic version of yourself. You know, I did a reading today with someone. It was actually amazing, because it's been 1 year since our last reading. And when I popped on the call, her video camera turned on. I was like, whoa, who are you? Who's this goddess? Like, you're shining in like a whole different color and energy. And it was so cool to see the changes over this past year in her life. And, you know, I just want to remind you that even though these changes, these renewings, these up levels, you know, like the evolving that you're going through, even though it may seem like nothing's happening, progress is happening. Patience is required for any great spiritual treasure, if you will. So just trust the process. And as long as you're staying committed to loving yourself and being a kind human being, then we're good. Creative, smart, loving, and enough. Yes, yes, yes. I love that so much. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, ideas, or aha moments? Which card really stood out to you this week? Was it change one thing, embrace your inner divine goddess, or remove the negative labels and the limiting labels that you're wearing? What stood out to you this week? And just remember that you can change. You deserve the best. You are worthy. You are lovable. I believe in you, and I know that you're here for greatness. So as I mentioned before, if you know, hot girl summer is your thing and you're wanting to make health your first wealth and you're wanting to get serious and kickstart, like, now's a good time to kind of check back in and see, hey, what were my goals at the beginning of the year, whether they were health, happiness, financial, business, relationship. It's so important for you to reassess and figure out what are the tools that you're missing to help you get to that next level. And that's ultimately why I joined the Healthy Bundle deal, to give you guys the tools to commit to your self-care, to develop your intuition, to eat for energy and fuel yourself for vibrancy, and to heal any of the negative blocks that are stopping you from living your happiest, healthiest year. So listen, it's only available through the 1st of July. It's $70 for 40 courses that you have lifetime access to. This is it. This is your call. BrittneyCarmichael.com/healthybundle. Shoot me a DM if you need a special link, or if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer them so that I can get you the tools in your hands to help you live your best, most authentic life. Remove the labels was what stood out to you. Yeah, this is a powerful one. So tomorrow on the full moon, you guys know I usually join you for the goddess gatherings to release, but I'm doing my own little coven dinner with my girlfriends and doing some healing work for myself. This Father's Day was a doozy. As you guys know, we recently lost my dad, and so I had, some heavy emotions to process. So I'm taking time to step away and, heal myself before I can show up and give more unconditional love to you. All right, info, please, loved on the other bundle co. Yes, yep. Just shoot me a DM and I will send you the link, sister. Or if you're on Instagram, it is in the link in my bio, so go check that out. All right, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. If you know a soul sister who would love this message, please tag them, share it, spread the good vibes, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.